Good evening, everyone. I'm Nathan, here with my wonderful wife, Laura.
Hello.
And we're here to review the board game, Identi-Kit.
Yes, now it is a memory game, you can see in the corner, but kind of with a more interesting twist.
Yeah, it's a lot more interesting than just playing memory with cards
With
or something.
flat cards, yeah, for sure. So we won't have a scan of the instructions down below because they're on the back of the box, and we were just talking before filming. The chances you're going to find this game with no box, I think
is very, very low.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can pause it and read this, but we're going to explain it anyway.
Yep. So the idea is to have a good memory, to essentially catch a suspect, because we want to be promoted to become police chief, don't we, Nathan?
We do. Oop, let me just get some of the pieces out.
So I think we're missing a couple of
The original
parts,
woovers and things.
Unfortunately. Yep. So you get this inner tray with 8 little spots. What would you call them?
Just
I don't know.
slots.
Places. And we've just put elastic bands around these to keep them organised. But we have all of these little clear parts of faces. And that's what we have to
They're like
memorise.
film cells.
Yeah. So they're plastic, you can see through them, and you can layer them because they're different parts of the face.
The camera's not going to like this at all.
It is not, no. It needs to look straight through them.
So you're a detective trying to arrest the criminals. Here's your little movers. They're just cardboard sort of policemen. We're missing the other colours, hence why there's a couple other ones down there. But
And I think they just are meant to stand up on their own, which just really doesn't work.
Yeah.
So we have what we're thinking are not original pieces that came with it. We bought this second hand, and we're just using
it
those.
really doesn't matter because
No.
it's just basically to mark where you are on the board.
Yes, and you have your own board too. We should say it's not a main board that everyone plays off. You get one of these each. You can see there's 4 there, so up to 4 players.
Basically, once you do your guesses, your aim is to get to start to the end. Is the whole aim of the game.
It is.
But to get there, you have to have a good memory.
Indeed. So you put your playing piece on here. Each person does it individually on their own board. When you get points for guessing, which we'll explain in a minute, you move along, follow the arrows. There's different bits and pieces that can happen depending on where you end up landing, like false arrest, go back 3, because of course it's not a good thing to arrest someone by mistake. There's promotion, go forward 2, for example. So it can go both ways.
Yeah, but most of them just involve going forwards or back a few spaces.
Indeed, and the winner is the one who gets promoted to Chief of Police by doing the best job catching the criminals.
How do you catch the criminals, Laura? How do you know what they look like?
So, well, first, everyone gets one of these, and this is so that you can actually sort out your pieces. So, do you want to maybe move that?
Should I explain why each one of these is in their own rubber banded piles?
Sure.
Because there should be, our copy's missing a few, but each pile has the same things in each one. So the same types of eyes, hair, mustaches and all that. Because the aim is, one person will create a criminal using a combination of head, hair, mouth, eyes, and there's also accessories.
Occasionally an accessory like the glasses here, for example.
And then once they've figured it out, figured out who they want their criminal to be, they then show it to the other players. And then when the other players think they've remembered
accurately
they
every part of the
they go stop, and then the person who made the criminal then turns it back. And it's up to the other players to then recreate what that criminal looked like using their own pile of cards.
These, So these are labelled A for this set, so that would be like player 1, and then there's a B, a C,
and a D.
That way everybody has all the identical parts, because obviously if someone's going, I remember it had this hairstyle, but you don't have that piece, obviously then how can you recreate it and win a point? So it has to be all the same. And then you have the accessories, which are optional to use.
So which are good and bad, because if the other players do remember, they had an accessory and gets it correct, they get to move ahead more, which we'll explain, I suppose, now. So basically, how about we do a quick run through of what one would look like.
So everyone gets one of these little stands, just a little bit of white plastic on an angle, and then so the person who is creating them would do that first without showing anyone.
Got the Wolverine hair, beautiful.
I'm just taking whatever I had sort of first on the top of the pile. All right, so that is our suspect. Let's say they're not a criminal. We don't know for sure.
They're a suspect.
Suspect.
You know, innocent until proven guilty. So then, okay, you've done that, and then let's say...
So we'd all have a look, and if I thought, oh, that's easy, I can remember that, I'm the one who says stop, like you mentioned, everybody else has to stop looking at the same time
even if they didn't get enough time, they're not sure, because it's about speed and memory.
Yeah, so too bad if you don't think you looked at it long enough. Person who created it then turns it away so that you can't see it. And anyone else who is playing will also have one of these, and then they're set. And they rush to try and fill it all out.
So then
again, speed is important here.
So let's just say I go, okay, I need to have it the right way, it's going to slide off.
Yeah, there's a little ridge at one end to actually hold them on. If you do it the other way, it will stand up, but everything will also fall out, which isn't very useful.
So yep, so mouth, and we need some sort of...
Now again, we are missing some, so I don't actually know if Nathan can accurately recreate the face.
Okay, no, okay.
Stop, I'm ready.
So then all the other players have to stop, even if they haven't quite finished their suspect. And then you turn yours around.
And we compare. So we would look here and go, yep, you've got the same hair.
The same eyes.
You do not have the same, like, face shape or the same mouth.
Which means I move ahead 1 for everyone I get correct. So I got the hair and the eyes, which means I move 2 spaces on my little board.
1, 2. Now, if you're the person who yells out stop first, who thinks they've definitely got it right, and you do have it 100% accurate, you get a bonus point as well if you get every single thing right. Obviously, in this case, Nathan only got 2 of them correct, so he doesn't get that extra bonus.
And like I said, you can use an accessory, but if the other player gets it correct, they also get to move a space for getting that correct. So
it depends on who you're playing with, whether you want to do that or not. So you wouldn't guess an accessory if there hasn't been one on the original.
And obviously, after I've said stop first and I've shown you mine, then the other players then show their portraits, and then they move ahead the appropriate amount of points and spaces.
They don't have the option to get the bonus if they get all of it right. They just get whatever points for how many they got. Yeah,
it's a combination of speed and quick memorization.
Yeah. The only thing I would say is kind of detrimental to the game is it does say it is from 2 to 4 players, but one person will always be the one setting this up, so they're not going to be guessing. So if you're playing a 2-player game and I'm here making it, Nathan's guessing it, there's no one he's racing again.
No, so I can just look at it. So I recommend putting a timer on, like maybe 10 seconds or something.
Yeah, I think if you're only playing and there's only one person at a time doing it because you've only got the 2 of us, time how long they can look at it, otherwise you're just making it too easy. They could spend an hour studying it and then go, now I'm ready, which obviously wouldn't be in the spirit of the game, but you know.
And the other thing I find is it's a fairly old game. I think it was like late 80s, early 90s, so you can't buy this new anymore. If they are missing slides like we are, you basically can't play it very well. Because you can't appropriately create the same suspect as the person created has done. Yes. So just be careful. Yeah,
when we bought this, we tried to play it before we counted the like little slide sort of pieces. And I was creating one and Nathan was like, I remember what the hair looked like, but I don't have the hair. So there was nothing he could kind of do to rectify that. So
it's still a really cool game. I just like how you can make all sorts of weird faces and things.
This is a game though, I think if you wanted to pick it up, maybe buy it somewhere that they've checked that everything is there. At least the little clear face pieces. Like look at something online or something like that. If you're finding it at your local op shop like we did, unfortunately it makes it almost unplayable.
Yeah, so. But still, very cool game. I don't even know what company made it, to be honest.
I don't know. It's not a common one.
No.
So odd. It's a fun one though, yeah. A nice way to play memory. And if we found a complete set in like a local store to us, we'd probably pick it up, I think.
Let us know if you've actually seen or played this game. I'd be really interested to know.
Yeah. If you enjoyed watching this video, give us a thumbs up. Let us know in the comment section down below. Did you like the lovely faces we created? What would you have created? Maybe tried to layer a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I definitely didn't cheat and add like 4 hairs to one of mine at one point.
Of course not. Hit that subscribe button and check back soon so you don't miss any of our new videos.
Sounds good.
Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.